स्ट्रीमिंग सुरू झालंय.
Okay.
एका मिनिटातच सुरू होईल.
Okay. I think we should get started.
Yes, आलं नाही पण रेकॉर्डिंग इज ओके.
Yeah, मला आलंय. Meeting is now streamed live on YouTube.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the lecture series of late Dr. V.D. Vartak birth centenary year. I will hand over to Dr. Rajgopal sir. He will give some instruction, and Dr. Upadhyay will introduce to Dr. Jagannath Rao sir. Over to Rajgopal sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Vartak madam. Thank you, and hearty welcome to all of you this wonderful evening. My name is Rajgopal Patil, and I welcome you on behalf of Maharashtra Vruksha Samvardhini Institute of Natural History Education and Research, Pune, in association with the Department of Botany, our Jhunjhunwala College in Mumbai, as well as IQAC. We are very happy to have you all for this online session. Quick but important instructions. Please do keep your microphones on mute when we are not speaking. And your questions are certainly most welcome, but we will take them at the end of the talk. During the talk, you can put your questions in the chat box and we will make sure that they are presented to our speaker. Now let's get started. We continue our series of online talks in the memory of the well-known botanist and conservationist Dr. V.D. Vartak in his centenary year. Today, we are going to learn about medicinal plants, about their diversity and their distribution. We'll also learn about the amazing traditional knowledge about these group of plants. So these are some of the plants which have been studied probably for the most longest period in human history. So there is a lot of traditional knowledge that we should all be banking upon and putting to practical use. And we have a wonderful speaker who has spent a lifetime studying this, Dr. Jagannath Rao. He's assistant professor, specializes in conservation of natural resources. And in our program, Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay madam will be introducing our speaker, and Dr. Awad sir will be doing the vote of thanks. I request Upadhyay ma'am to introduce our speaker. Over to you, Upadhyay ma'am.
Thank you, Doctor. Thanks a lot. It's a wonderful evening. And actually today, this year, we are celebrating, as you rightly said, about Dr. V.D. Vartak birth centenary. He was my guru. Today, we are listening a very good talk, which is a very dear subject to Dr. V.D. Vartak. He worked on the medicinal plant, especially the ethnobotany, the plants used by aborigines as a source of medicine. So we are listening here on the traditional knowledge and medicinal plants by Dr. Jagannath Rao sir. He is the professor of School of Conservation and Natural Resources, TDU, Bengaluru. He was a long experience. He's having a very long experience of 30 years in the field of forest resource management, sustainable development. And for the value addition of medicinal plant, I think this is more important. Just knowing the medicinal plant is not enough, but the value addition of medicinal plant really matters a lot. The credit of establishment of more than 10,000 herbal gardens through the Panchavati Andolan, he established more than 10,000 medicinal plants. It's a great contribution. He promoted model for the Vruksha ashram, and he is always promoting the cultivation and the sustainable development for the medicinal plants. He also worked on the red species, that is rare, endangered, and threatened species of medicinal plant, which is very valued subject of today. He is founder of Sasya Sanjeevani, and he conducts the session for the promotion of traditional system of medicine. Traditional system of medicine is nowadays gaining very importance because now wherever we are getting the different molecules which are really valued, they are come forward from the traditional system of medicine. He is associated with the prestigious institutes and organizations, and he had contributed to the forest management, socio-ecological research, community-based conservation. Presently, he is leading the national and international projects on the sustainable management at TDU. He authored the 7 books, and there are many papers, research papers to his credit. His capacity building program benefited more than 500 stakeholders. This is very important, and the system officials too. So at the same time, the system officials and the stakeholders, it's actually his success lies in. For his immense contribution, he was awarded Young Scientist Award by Stockholm International Water Institute, Sweden. Today, we will be listening the Medico-Ethno-Botany Conservation and Sustainable Development from Dr. Jagannath Rao. With this very brief introduction, I welcome Dr. Jagannath Rao to this for this lecture. I invite him for this lecture. Welcome, sir, to the MVS.
Namaste.
Over to Rao, sir.
Namaste. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm audible, right?
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And I'm very happy to be part of this long journey of VD, Dr. VD Vartak, because he is a well-known botanist and conservationist, whatnot. So he promoted the local knowledge and enriched the entire conservation and sustainable development programs in the country. I also thank Ajito Vartak and Upadhyay Madam, Rajgopal sir, very much. So this network should go to educate the people and give the knowledge on various plants and conservation and their sustainable use. This is what I'm faculty working at Transdisciplinary University for Health Science and Technology, which is based in Bangalore. You may be remembering the earlier name of our university. It was an NGO. It's called Foundation for Revitalization of Local Health Traditions, FRLST. We have worked for a long period in the country to document, identify the medicinal plants, and look at the conservation issues and look at the traditional knowledge which is associated with the local people on each of the plant for their usage, for seed, for their propagation, whatnot. So this is what I try to provide the insight into this in a very small way, but presentation looks very big, but I may not take much time on that. Because I know that every person here is very knowledgeable, much better than me, and they can add to the things. And it is not a lecture, I should say, it's more than an interaction. And this is an occasion for us to share each of us experience on this medicinal and aromatic plants, which are very important resource, and they're emerging resource. Which can meet our ecology, which can meet our economics, and it can address our social issues like health and livelihood issues. That's what it is very important. I will share my presentation. You can see my presentation?
Yes, we can see it, sir.
Okay, thank you. This is on Medico-Ethno-Botany series. The title of the lecture or the topic to be discussed is on conservation and sustainable use of the medicinal plants. You can see this slide is very important, how our traditional system of knowledge or ethno knowledge or indigenous knowledge has been started. You can see both the sides. The one is Sushruta and another is Charaka. The Sushruta has the knowledge on medicinal plants, and Charaka has given how to practice this medicinal plant in the health sector. That's what this Ashtanga Harida says, that there is nothing in this universe which is non-medicinal. You can take anything, any plant, so it is medicinal. It's all what the number we are talking about today, maybe around 6,500 plants, which will be in the next slide. It's all what we know. So that's what there is no end of any traditional knowledge or indigenous knowledge. You can, every day we can learn and we can share it. So that becomes a big knowledge for the society to use these medicinal plants. See, this is a small profile of the medicinal plants, just for your understanding, you may be knowing it. The various system of Indian medical systems, they're using this plant for very long time. You say the more than 1,000 years. I don't know what kind of proof you want to provide for that knowledge exists for 1,000 years of the period of it. You see the Ayurveda is using 1,500 plants, and I will come to the folk later, because that's what where we are talking about. The homeopathy is also using around 500 plants, and Siddha medicine is using 1,100 plants, and Swaripa is our Tibetan-based medical system is also using around 252 plants. Unani is again our origin, and it is used very well practiced in India, use about 500 plants. Very interestingly, the Western medicine, what we call now, is also started using the plant materials in a lot of their medicinal preparations. So come back to the 6,560 plants which have been identified the entire country, and this database is being prepared. A multi-language database is prepared by TDU with 6560. But it's a very dynamic work, and every day we are adding the plants. You look at the folk, that is what the local knowledge, the community knowledge with plants is about 5,340. So what an immense contribution from our local knowledge about using of medicinal plants. Because always I say these kind of areas where medicinal plants, aromatic plants, and some traditional agriculture systems, it is all the knowledge is with local people. So only thing is just simply you need to understand, document it, and if possible, wherever is necessary, you can validate it. And how to mainstream this knowledge, definitely take it from me. This is a horizontal knowledge. It is never a vertical knowledge. So these words are very important, and these are very cost effective. Please take it from me. It is very cost effective. See that the value of medicinal plants in terms of cultural values, in terms of ecological values, in terms of economic value. See the culturally, you know that more than 3,000 years we are living with the traditions, and the medicinal plants is very rich. We have a very rich heritage of medicinal plants. Again, you have seen that various system, how it has been evolved because of this heritage, and now we are working with. Because this is the knowledge contributed by more than 4,600 ethnic communities in India. This need to be noted. So what immense knowledge is available, and the ecological values very important, because we are now looking at the diversity, biodiversity, how it can contribute to that. That's what maybe I will tell you how our different biogeographical zones are rich with the medicinal plants. Here I just say that 41% of flowering plants are now are the medicinal plants. So then you think of what kind of share of medicinal plants in the diversity. And definitely economic values are very important to promote the sector, because it is now an organized sector. We must convert into an organized sector. That's what the currently 20,000 crores of turnover, what we witness the domestic and export of medicinal plants, their raw materials and their products, the fine-tuned products, all that contribute because of, please note that more than 40,000 herbal formulations are documented, validated, and mainstreamed in this country. That is the knowledge contributed from our local communities. So just see the distribution of medicinal plants across 10 biogeographical zones of India. This is what the 30 years of work we have contributed in each of the zone to document and identify the species and compile it. You see the largest biogeographical zone is the Deccan Peninsula, where we have 3,000 species of medicinal plants diversity. So I'm not going to all the biographic zones. It is evident from the slide that see the desert. You may say what kind of medicinal plants are available in Rajasthan and part of Gujarat. There are more than 500 endemic. Most of them are endemic to this region. So that's what I'm just flagging, how conservation and sustainable use programs are very important, which are again backing upon the community knowledge. See, this is what we try to assess, because the Transdisciplinary University is only one organization in India which can assess the endangered plants of medicinal plants identified by IUCN. You know, IUCN, International Union for Nature Conservation. They have come out with guidelines for how to assess a species which is in critically endangered and vulnerable category of threatness. So we could do in all 17 states of this, more than 500 species we could assess into these three categories. So we can share the list of it, whoever is interested in the later stage of this lecture. I will not go into each state. Just I am flagging the issues in our mind so that the detailed discussion we can have it in the later based on our interest, or we can have more online meetings also on these specific issues. I just say, see the medicinal important plants which are conservation concern. The most importantly, not only conservation concern, they are also in the commercial trade. That is what the entire conservation is triggering here. You see the Jatmanasi, Naturalis Jatmanasi is an endemic to Himalaya now. You know how much is being traded. So I'm not going to all those trade details and all that. This is what they are endemic species and they are in high trade and they have been threatened. See how the complex it is to understand each and every plant in every biogeographic zones. You see, Picoraja is well cultivated, but you know it is in the wild. It is endangered in Himachal Pradesh and Jammu Kashmir. What you can notice is this endangered status is also assessed in India at state level. Please note this. The state is a unit in India because of a very diversified state. So you can assess the plants at state level. So there are guidelines and all that. I think we can understand in the later stage. See the Western Ghats. There are plants endemic to Western Ghats are also in the different red status. That is Coccinum fenestratum. This is critically endangered. See the moment now you see the photograph here. We may see the photograph in the future only. So this is the stage now, because after critically endangered, we call ICU. So already in ICU, they may exit also. So that is what Garcinia indica, among the Garcinia genera, there is a Garcinia indica, which is widely used and high traded. The recorded more than 2,000 metric tons of almost the Garcinia India fruits have been traded. So it is vulnerable globally. So all these indicates how this population is squeezed in the global status, how this is now currently in the Indian context. That's what the threatness is associated here. You see in the Deccan Peninsula, the most important species, the Jagannath Rao. This is also endangered globally because the only monotypic species which is have a narrow distribution in the around 14 districts, because this is what I studied for my my education. Very critically endangered species of this kind. Anterocarpus santalarium is also, though widely we are now domesticating, but then the wild it is threatened. So you can see the more plants of Coptis theta from our northeast region. It is also endangered. And Taxus policiana, most of you may be knowing it. This is used for anti-cancer now. So it is endangered in Arunachal Pradesh. So that's what all these are coming from different habitats. You know that how fast we are losing these habitats. So it's not just losing the habitats of this kind. We are definitely losing the species of kind. That's what I'm just, the issues in conservation are now the habitat loss, yes. Then over-exploitation because of demand and unsustainable collection, because people are not aware that what should be conserved, the seed is retained, or some propagation material should be retained for regeneration. So these are the very, very common issues in unsustainability, unsustainable collection. And deforestation, disease and pests are the major issues nobody is concentrating on now. And you know, the lot of weeds and competition and so on. See the over-exploitation. I'm just passing through the slides. It's a self-explanatory, and how unsustainable collection. Just see, this is a very important species in Western Ghats, Ailanthus triposa. So it is gum has been extracted by tapping the tree. You see the scientific tapping mechanism developed from our institute. The forest department has been educated and collectors have been educated. But see, this is what is the business as usual in that area. So as the result, I'm sorry to show you this picture. I don't want to create any disturbance in your mind. This is what now the entire Ailanthus triposa trees have come to counting. You can count how many trees of mature trees are available. Anyway, that serious action has taken by Karnataka Forest Department. I should thank them for how to get back for sustainability. This is what Cinnamon Tamala, this study I did in Uttarakhand. You see how they are cutting just the leaves have been harvested, but entire the upper portions and branches have been cut. And I don't know how much life they have given to this tree to regenerate. You see some more threads of parasitic plants and developments. Yes, of course. Then grazing, and then see the very important one, Sapria himalayana, a very important plant from the higher altitude, is now going out because of a lot of roads and developments are coming. I don't know. I'm not going to debate on either we need development, we need conservation, or you should go in hand to hand. And what is understanding among the different people in the sector. So that's a different debate. I'm not going to drag on that. Just look at the trade in very, very quickly. The number of medicinal plants are 6560. 11% export is accounted in Indian side, apart from China, which is the highest exporter of that. Then you know that more than 1,000 species and 1,600 botanicals are in commercial collection. And very importantly, see the demand is 5,12,000 metric tons. This is a figure I am authentically presenting you because this is a study conducted between FRLST, that is earlier name of that, and National Medicinal Plants Board. So it's a national study. You just see the annual consumption of herbal industries. More importantly, I emphasize on the household level of use. There is a 1,67 metric ton of raw drugs are required. If you don't provide this, the entire traditional knowledge with the medicinal plants will go away. So that's what the resource, knowledge, and people are all in the same platform. So we should not isolate and see that. And this is the further, the forest is the main source for us, where we are getting more than 80% of the species and 80% of the quantity what is getting. But hardly we are now cultivating 54 species. There is a lot of work need to be happened in the case of cultivation, where we should develop seed, planting material, agronomic practices, harvesting, post-harvesting, and why not the value addition? That's what Madam was rightly said. We are working on many species on that aspect. I can share it, the list of species we are working in different states on this particular aspect. Then you see the industries, there are more than 9,000 industries are registered industries in the herbal sector. We don't know how we can provide their demands. First of all, there is no assessment of what is being demanded, what species, what kind of raw material, what quality of raw material. This is very gray area. That's what I told. This entire sector is unorganized. We need effort to make it this more organized. These are the issues. Then to conserve this important medicinal plants, we started program called Medicinal Plants Conservation Area. So far in entire India, we have 219 medicinal plants conservation areas. If you want list and state-wise, what are the species we are conserving? Suppose C. Kulumau MPCA is a very important MPCA for as global as concerned, because Coccinum fenestratum is good population, we are conserving it. So like that, there are a lot of, you see the diversity of parts used. In the same plant, we use multiple parts, and in many plants, we use entire plant for medicinal use. So this is what I see the entire conservation make resource sustainability needs the 3 dimensions. We must work on the ecosystem management, and we must work on the economic management, where we address equity, fair trade, access benefit sharing. You know how the piracies are going very critical in this country. To contribute social management, that is health, safety, and move into organic and natural farming as much as possible. So this is the context that once you orient the community, orient the quantity harvest, how we lead, if convert that into quality harvesting, where we lead to sustainable harvesting. So that in that case, we have developed the framework, that is how to document community knowledge with respect to quantity harvest and quality harvesting. Then how to merge the scientific knowledge also, whatever is available, because let us respect all the stream of knowledge. And then how to prepare implementation and how to monitor. This is what we call adaptive management of medicinal plants, which we have been started program on this. So that's what the community knowledge adds for 4 important parameters. This is completely from community side. The when we should harvest, how you harvest, how much you harvest, and what kind of harvest. This will address the entire quality harvesting, and those can improve by economically converting the raw material into a value addition, so that community can involve in sustainable development program. So that's what I now emphasize on the how the traditional knowledge is contributing to these 2 conservation and sustainable use sectors. You know, this is very practical knowledge, and it is very holistic, because all of you know, just I am maybe rebrushing your memories, that's all. Then it is an authority, yes. So traditional knowledge is authority. And many people, they are not ready to say this kind of things, how traditional knowledge is strong, and it is a wisdom, why not? And it gives credibility to people and their relationship with nature. So this is home urban garden is the one concept where the entire ethnic knowledge has been used. And what are the plans for primary health care? What are the plans for the advanced? This is what we done at 10,000 home urban garden in the entire country to build the community knowledge into these gardens, and how these gardens could make health programs for the local communities and surrounding communities. That's what the documentation of traditional knowledge and this assimilation is very important. That's what I emphasize here. Maybe we can discuss more on this. I will just spend another 5 minutes so that we can have a good interaction. Then you know that a lot of community, especially the marginal groups and women and landless, have a lot of knowledge. This is what my experience is. Not that other people don't have, but there is a lot of knowledge available with them. And you know that only they know species or something use of it. No, because we see that the knowledge with respect to forest conservation, the resource utilization, natural resources, we have documented such an enormous knowledge from that. And then how much, that's what I call here is traditional lifestyles. So they could contribute for entire species. I will show you one species, what depth of knowledge the local communities possess. So it can be a knowledge just not for documenting. It may be a researching, it may be a development, it may be a programs, it may be a project. So that's what the immense contribution of it. So the methods we use for that, maybe all of you familiar. You start with participatory methods, participatory rural appraisals, where we collect traditional knowledge on villages, and we move to rapid assessment, and then we move to farming systems and appraisal to go a deeper knowledge to be collected, and then we go into a social matrix and indexes. So that was, it will lead to a conservation and sustainable use programs. And then very scientifically, we can also set criteria and indicators which will guide the entire sustainable development program. So this is what the contribution of local knowledge. You see the one case where we have identified who are our knowledge providers. They may be NTFE collectors or medicinal plants collectors, they may be GFMC members, they may be Nati Vaidyas, and we also documented what kind of knowledge they hold. See, very different, very in-depth knowledge. Suppose the medicinal plants collector, I seen that he knows distribution, he knows ecology of species, he knows pattern of harvest, he knows season of harvest, he knows conservation and regeneration issues of particular species is harvesting. He knows value addition, he knows self-consumption and trading. What other kind of knowledge you are expecting from other domain? This is the best domain where the knowledge is available. You see the Nati Vaidyas, the folk healers we call. They can tell you medicinal properties, they can tell you medicinal values, ecology of the species, collection practice, self-consumption. So like this, we are able to profile them on the various knowledge they possess. So that's what we started using this traditional knowledge, a species specific, region specific, then it would be have more use of that kind. So that's what we started with: local name, habits of a species, distribution, they know, phenology, they know climate and productivity. Very really look at the knowledge of people and animal interventions, how the seed dispersal will help in the particular species of that kind. And medicinal users, they know trade, maybe regional, but we should add to the national and international trades, which are very recent information for them. And they know propagation, they know harvest, and they know collection methods. That's what they make it very simply when design the harvesting season calendar. It is very important, right? See, we struggle that what is it? They easily remember in the circle, yes, this species should harvest between January, February, and particular fruit should harvest in March. A particular root should harvest in October, September. So this is an easy way of interpreting the knowledge and making it practice. I will just tell you one species knowledge, not just telling the generic information, how this species the knowledge has been documented in making this species more sustainable management of it in Karnataka. I already mentioned you the Deccanopus samvardhini. This is one of the endangered species globally and very narrowly distributed and endemic to Deccan Peninsula, around 14 districts of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, part of Andhra Pradesh. Yes, only around 14-15 districts of it. See, when I started documenting the knowledge about this, I'm very sorry to say I didn't get any much literature or information from scientific study, because not many people have been studied of this. Very critically coming. So I just tell you how modern knowledge available on this species, and how traditional knowledge is, very rich knowledge is available on this species. Why can't we should document this and then use it and mainstream it? That's what my issue of this topic. Then you see the name of the species. They have their own local names. Yes, not just botanical name, what we provide from our scientific knowledge. See the distribution. We say so many things, endemic to Deccan Peninsula, common in dry is fine. Their common distribution knowledge is common along steep slopes, especially rocky and barren area. Fantastic. So you can see where this plant is, where is the rocky areas, where is the barren areas. This plant you can see. This is the knowledge they possess. See the phenology. We may say we only know phenology, but see here, they know flowering, it is November, December. They know fruiting, it is during January, March. They know new roots regenerate between February to April, this knowledge is a very important knowledge, how to make our harvesting calendars on this kind of knowledge. We should not allow anybody to collect when the new leaves are generating. So there is a lot of management prescriptions are coming out of this. I'm just only going with traditional knowledge. You can read the modern knowledge equally available. Let us make it complementary, because I don't stand by any system is great. Every system is great. Once we integrate and once we accommodate everything, it becomes a good integrated management. Sea roots harvest. So roots collected from soil pits in rocky areas. It is a root harvested here. That's what it is. Very dangerous to harvest the plant. If you approve the plant, you know what will be the status of conservation. And I was so surprised that there is no literature available on the climate and productivity of this plant. So I could get this contribution from my indigenous people there. They told each plant you can harvest 2 to 3 kgs of roots. That is an average kind of it. And often this soil substrate. See, it's such a nice information we are getting it from. That's what we must consult the traditional knowledge for any of the issues before we think of any research and development also. Animal interactions, perhaps pollinated by insects. I just surprised this knowledge that because it's a very small seed, so it goes along with the cotton. There is, once the fruit is open, so entire seeds will go and pollinate wherever it is possible. So such a nice regeneration issues we are getting it. So then you know that how seed dispersal by wind is very important, and they will tell also, so what is the season which the wind dispersal will be there, and then how seed should get in the soil and then regenerate. That's what the cultural relevance, all these things we have documented. That's what I will just say. The TK it's a process towards sustainable management. I don't know how many people will agree after my inputs and this lecture. So that's what we should: development of village profile, social mapping, development of species profile, medicinal profile, resource assessment, harvesting, post-harvesting, regeneration and propagation, the what species required from seed to market. So that kind of knowledge is available with indigenous people. Maybe some the business has been triggered, you know, some unsustainability and unscientific things are also going on. But even these issues to come back, you can only use the local people which they possess the good knowledge, and we have to propagate in such a way. So that's what we have come out with finally. This has been tabled in CBD also. This is the TK principles of sustainable use of plant resources. So we have put a complete program here by using the traditional knowledge, convert into a resource mapping, estimation, value analysis. Yes, they process knowledge on that. And there is a participatory approach involving local communities in management. And third principle is documentation, assimilation, and application of traditional knowledge. It should be a part and parcel of any research or any development programs. And fourth is development of sustainable management protocols, tools, and field implementation, in which there are 5 important things: that is development of sustainable management protocols, then institutionalization. Unless we make decision-making process, then nothing we can implement, and memorandum of understanding, all those things, and training, capacity building, and interventions for value addition is very important. That's what the future is TK. How you take it, it's a tangible, it is intangible, make it tangible, as a character of property recognized by international national laws, then transferred to or sold or licensed, like by other properties, as ITRs have been increasing with a lot of traditional knowledge is documented, then protected, and then TK is the prime drive forcing beyond industrial growth and prosperity and economic advancement. So these are the some harvesting protocols we developed because of traditional knowledge. How roots should be, I'm not going to all the details, just you see in a minute. Then I will stop it. And how bark should be harvested, you see destructive harvesting versus the sustainable harvesting. This is what the knowledge people in Chhattisgarh, who have done a very good traditionally based harvesting protocols for terminally Arjuna. So you know this is a very important plant for us. And then how leaves should be harvested, how the fruit should be harvested. So like that we have some case studies also. So I will not go into this. So that's what we must think of this as monkey is lot thinking lot. So how to keep biodiversity intact, how to keep this life going more sustainably. So where the traditional knowledge is very, very important, take it from me. So always this is a timely action. You see in the one side, there is a bird sitting. Next time, if you want to click the photo, that has gone. So that's what time is very important. Nothing will wait for us. So we must plan our things and work towards very hard to conservation and sustainable use. This is our small contribution we could be able to share. I'm very privileged and very glad to this forum giving this opportunity. We can interact anything, whatever I know I can clarify, because I know you people are very big knowledge and you have very good experiences also. So let us take the ideas in an integrated manner and see how best we can work. So namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rao. Thank you so much for this. You're doing an amazing work, which is such a critical one given the current times. And I'm sure the impact it will have will be immense. And the need for it has been there for a long time, but kind of work and extensive, the depth you are going is just amazing. So we are really astounded by the kind of thoughts you have put in and immense amount of work. I'm sure there are going to be quite a lot of questions. And I will invite everyone to put their questions either in the chat box, or you can, if you want, you can also ask them. But before we do all of that, I would like to request our sir to do the vote of thanks, so that we can get that and we can go and continue the questions for whatever time Dr. Rao has. So I request Award sir to
Yes, sir.
For the vote of thanks.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Anil Avhad from RJ College, and on behalf of the organizers of this lecture series to celebrate late Dr. V.D. Vartak birth centenary year, I'm here to present the formal vote of thanks. Medico-Ethno-Botany reminds us that nature is not just a resource, but it is a healer, a teacher, and a heritage keeper. First, on behalf of the organizers, I thank Dr. Jagannath Rao from TDU Bengaluru for accepting our invitation and unfolding the topic Medico-Ethno-Botany, its conservation and sustainable development on this online lecture. Sir, your lecture shall always remind us that in every leaf lies a legacy, in every root there is a remedy. So let us conserve both of them. We, the organizers, express our sincere appreciation for this enlightening talk. We are also thankful to all the members of Maharashtra Vruksha Samvardhini, Institute of Natural History Education Society, Pune, and Department of Botany, Ramniranjan Jhunjhunwala College, Mumbai, who are involved in making all the arrangements, flyer, and helping in the technical aspects of this particular session. All the participants, teachers, students from various departments who have responded to this invitation and have attended this session in such a large number for this program, they also deserve special thanks. I would also like to appeal to all of you and spread the word. We have a channel, Mission Devrai, so please do subscribe. There is a WhatsApp group as well. You can join to the same for the future programs. Let us walk the path of sustainable healing, rooted in tradition, branching towards the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Award sir. Thank you so much. We will take the questions now. If you have anything, and do let us know. and we will ask them to our speaker today. Rao sir, there is one thing I kind of curious, what you're trying to do, especially there is such a huge amount of knowledge logged into our traditional societies. And you mentioned a lot of people who in rural societies, especially those living around some of these very rich biodiverse areas, they have. It has always been, my feeling has been that they have been isolated and the knowledge is kind of restricted. I think what you're trying to do is, apart from trying to preserve this knowledge as well as the species that are critically important, uh, what would help get this knowledge out in your effort? What kind of obstacles would you face?
This was just collecting and appreciating is one process of it. Definitely, it requires that kind of it. But how to make use of this knowledge available into a management stream? That's what we tried. You see, the lot of knowledge available with the species specific and the parameter specific have now become a protocol. See, we have developed the sustainable harvesting protocol for 64 endangered species. So, which is completely the knowledge has been merged here with whatever scientific knowledge available, because hardly not much knowledge available in the scientific domain. Still, we are started researching on that, and not much literature can support. So, all research and development can start by using the traditional knowledge. I think that is an immense benefit of collecting the traditional, consulting the traditional knowledge of it. That's what we need to identify the stakeholders who possess some kind of knowledge and how we can document and how we can make use of in our the future conservation and sustainable use framework that we successfully attempted. And we've seen that this knowledge is very immense and it can start any kind of intervention to be thought of.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. There is one question Madhvi wants to ask is that uh, do you conduct any kind of training programs in terms of medicinal plantations and, as another way of conserving them? Or is there any other training that you conduct that people or interested organizations can avail of?
Sir, we have a lot of training programs which have been fine-tuned for different stakeholders, including local communities and functionaries who work towards biodiversity conservation and who are officers of various departments, including fire department. Since we are based in Bangalore, we try to disseminate these programs through local organizations. So in Maharashtra, we work with rural communes. This is an NGO associated with us for a very long time. So all training programs will be given in that local language so that it will be much better, good understanding. And we will show them the different medicinal plants conservation areas, identification of medicinal plants, and even if there is the cultivation is a new area now. So otherwise the white harvesting and how to make this validation. So we have the package for that.
Okay, great. Sir, whom can they get in touch with? Is there like a website which has contact details, or would you like to share email IDs or anything that people can get in touch with?
Yeah, you can get touch with a lot of experts available. In our conservation school itself, we have very great botanists. Then we have people working with local validation programs, people working with a database. So we can just go to our website and see the experts available in the different areas of, though you think medicinal and aromatic plants is a very small sector, it's a very big word again. So you can contact with and you can contact me also. I can just share my email also. So anything we can get it up, no issues.
Yeah, sir, that would be great. We would be happy to share your email here, and people, because there seem to be quite a bit of interest. So we can ask people. You also mentioned the name of a NGO from Maharashtra. Our sir was wondering, can you repeat that, please?
That is Rural Communes. It is based in Pune and they have office in Mumbai also.
Sorry,
I can get whoever is now actively working in rural communes, so that Maharashtra kind of programs you can discuss with them.
Okay. Okay. Great. Sir, there is another question Swapnil Kamble would like to know is how can we study or develop quality control standards for the ethno-medicinal plants?
What is it, sir? Please repeat.
The question is, how can we study or develop quality control standards for ethno-medicinal plants?
Yes. This is how the knowledge we can document and validate for the various use of whatever research and development we are looking for. Suppose if you want to set a protocol for conservation of one particular species, I already seen what kind of knowledge and parameters of that knowledge available with the local people. So that when you're making this knowledge is a control, so we also put the intervention of, we can refer with the other domain of knowledge available, because we should go as an integrated knowledge. Okay, so any knowledge is appreciated, any research is appreciated, and any effort is appreciated, nevertheless. But when it go for an operationally, this knowledge should be used. So we must make integrated and validated and merging of that. That's what I think you've seen in one of the process. After
Right.
we documenting the knowledge, including traditional knowledge, you should merge with the other domain of knowledge and then prepare your own protocols for the purpose you want. It may be conservation, it may be sustainable use, it may be benefit access and benefit sharing, whatnot. So then it become more viable for you.
Right. Absolutely, sir. Sir, can I request you to, can you tell us your email ID or the website of your?
I'm just typing it. I'll
Okay.
just type it in the chat box.
Yes. Yes.
Meanwhile, I can know other questions so that I'll type.
Okay. Yeah. See, Anjali Patil would like to know. She first want to thank you for the very knowledgeable lecture, and she would like to know in terms of Indian knowledge system, how much funding is being given by the government for the practical implementation of traditional knowledge, in addition to awareness programs, especially comparison to investment in private sector related to pharmaceutical industries.
Yeah, very fortunate or unfortunate that I don't know how to address this very important question. Because we always say that we have a very tremendous and immense knowledge, which is very practical, and we seen in the how TK plays in our life system itself. I'm talking about life system. Not much funding or any programs directly diverting to this kind of program, but otherwise the TKDL, other people are being supported to document it and popularize this kind of knowledge wherever industry wants. I don't know what kind of even piracies have been we have enforced.
Right.
So that people can easily share, because most of the time, because of this system is not viable, the many times local communities are not able to share their knowledge also.
Correct.
A lot of misusing, misleading, and who is documenting and who is validating and who is mainstreaming and who are the users, and how to get back this economic flow back to the community who possesses the knowledge. So this is a big system, madam. I may not be able to answer you completely in this lecture. It's a very big issue in conserving and sustainable using the TK. Let us see in future we can discuss and elaborately discuss on this issue.
Right.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sir, there's one specific question about a plant here. by Dhanashri Patil, and she would like to you to comment on the medicinal use of Mamia suriga. Apart from its fragrance, is what she has a specific question.
Very nice of the species you mentioned, madam. It's very close to my heart. Mamia suriga is, I should say, this is the one very typical species which is facing a very erratic climatic issues of that. Because our observations here in a very narrow distribution in the Uttar Kannada district of Karnataka, the flowering and even fruiting and entire morphological things are changing erratically. This flower has been harvested from this species, and it's profusely used in the scent industry and heavy harvesting. So it goes beyond the carrying capacity of the tree, and people start cutting instead of flowers and our branches because they want to minimize their time in harvesting. So these are the socio-economic equations now. They're really triggering the conservation and sustainable use of the species like Mamia surigi. Not only Mamia surigi, we have thousands of plants to be speak on that. This is a very important species from our landscape in the Western Ghats. It is used in the scent industry, madam. So entire flower will harvested and it is being dried and then marketed to the scent and cosmetic industry. Though it have a lot of medicinal value, you know how the tree triggers. This is a very typical example of that kind.
Okay, thank you, sir. But we have heard that it is used in a to make the gripe water, and that's why from Konkan region it is sold in.
If you are interested, you can study this supply chain, and it's a very important species.
Yes.
In the Uttarakhand to the supply chain will go up to Goa, where they have a lot of scent industries and cosmetic industries. And some of the surigi flowers will also go to Kerala. So this is within the local supply chain. So beyond that, I think the raw material may not be going as per my knowledge. So maybe the added products in the cosmetic industries and scent industries are going away.
Okay, sir.
Right. Yes. Yes. Thank you, sir. Padya ma'am also had a question. Padya ma'am, would you like to ask on mic or she's?
Okay. I'll, sir, actually, very specifically, I want to ask that Decalipis and Hemidesmus, that there is a lot of debate about the alternatives and the substitutes. So, if you can comment something on that.
A wonderful issue, madam. This is whole the herbal industry is now
Fighting about.
Yeah, except the classical industries. Even classical industries also they're facing a lot of problems with adulterants and substitutes. We don't know what you mean by substitutes. Is either they're saying it's a chemically proved or clinically proved, we don't know. So still we have to ask the herbal industries about that, but especially particularly this Amidus indicus, what we call Nannari, we call Anantmol or any other name of it. This is very different actually from the Decalipus hamiltoni, and they have different medicinal properties. I don't know why people are mixing it, and most of the time Amidus indicus and Decalipus hamiltoni have been mixed. The Amidus is widespread and I don't think it have any issues of conservation. But look at the Decalipus hamiltoni, it is now endangered or it can go to any time a critically endangered state, and it's very narrow distributed, what I said in that around 14, 15 districts in the Peninsular, Deccan Peninsular region. So I think this kind of things need to make more aware about the industries. I don't know why they're mixing. Maybe it is because of weight, madam. Because Decalipus will weigh more than Hemidus. Okay. But what is
Of course. Both of them, they are typically means drastically different. But still, both of them, they are fragrant. Both of them, they are used as
Actually,
alternatives.
one easy
So,
property is Jagannath roots are being used for digestive purpose. Okay, man.
yes, yes,
Another substance is an energetic. It's more of energetic property.
yes.
So this is a big confusion, actually.
Very big confusion.
Yes,
And
yes.
do you think that tissue culture will help in this matter of conservation of such endangered or rare species, rare medicinal plant species?
Actually, in TD also, we are working on substitutes and adulterants. There are species we could come out that which are the species used as adulterant, used as a substitute. But we don't know much as kind of it. We can share some time. There a lot of work has been done by our colleagues who are Ayurvedic specialists in this field.
Yes, yes, yes. Lot of work has been done. Very true. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskara. I have one question for Jagannath sir.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Namaskara, sir. This is Madhvi from Pune. I have a question saying that there are so many farmers who are not able to do agriculture because of various reasons. Maybe it is because they are seasonal and rain dependent and soil and not affordable and so many things. Why can't we this medicinal plant business that we are saying that it's getting into endangered and we are not getting a lot of species? I've been hearing about this from so many years. So why can't the government or people like you or the trust work on this, or is there a solution, or do you provide training? I would like to work with couple of villages and help them to start this if I get empowered with this knowledge, because I'm very interested. I myself have bought some land and I'm trying to grow some medicinal plant, but I'm not going anywhere with that. I'm just having some basic plants.
Definitely, the cultivation is the one area, madam. So we can avoid the pressure on the wild also. But here issues are already complementarily good things are going. But we are not able to identify the region specific plants because why people are cultivating something else. Because the cultivation of medicinal plants is a very specific area where we need to understand how alkaloids will be intact with the soil conditions and climatic conditions. Some people try to grow the North Indian plants in South India, South Indian plants in Central India. So this is need to be planned very well, and AISH and NMTB are working very hard in this area. They've already listed out 140 plant list. If you want, I can circulate for you, which have a cultivation perspective. But
in Maharashtra?
Not able to claim, or anybody is not to claim how to cultivate, where is the seed material, where is the planting material, and what are the agronomic practices, and what is the best season to collect. There are a lot of issues. There are about 64 plants which have a good protocol in this regard. So if you know your region, please choose which are the plants suitable to your region, which are of native species. Better cultivate those only. Not try with any extensively some other species. Some people will say nowadays you see a lot of fake informations in the WhatsApp and your social media. This plant will give lakhs of rupees, that plant will give crores of rupees. So these kind of things are going already. That's what I said, this entire sector need to be organized from cultivation perspective, wide collection, everything. Maybe we can discuss in detail later after this meeting.
Sure.
Location and suitable crops. Definitely, it's a lot of medicinal plants are now contributing to the wide collections. Domesticated also, like ashwagandha is well domesticated now, and shatavari is cultivated. But a lot of issues to look at the quality aspects. That's what the buybacks are not very successful. I should say that companies are not very happy to buy back. There are a lot of issues need to be taken here in the cultivation.
Sure, sir. I'll reach out to you later and then we'll work on it. We are doing Gram Vikas in couple of village and this was a question that was bothering me. Thanks for addressing it. We'll connect later. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, would you like to put your email address or contact details,
Yeah,
website?
I'm just trying, sir, in the meeting info.
Okay.
Not,
Gopal sir, please
I can,
put on your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
you can just note it down, all small words, J.Rao,
Sorry, info at?
not info, J.Rao, J for
Oh,
Jagannath,
Rao. Okay.
dot R-A-O Rao,
Yes.
@ tdu.edu, TDU, Transdisciplinary
edu.
University, TDU,
Yeah.
.edu, education, edu,
Yes.
.in, IN.
Oh. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
TDU,
Sir,
sir.
sir, how about your number?
J.edu.in. You're missing TDU.
Yes. And
I think after J
yes.
there is a dot.
Yeah. I think Nag.
Yeah, it is perfect now. Yeah, J.Rao, J.
Yes, J dot Rao.
Yes.
So, in order to promote these programs in Karnataka, we have started 2 online meetings also, sir, which are very complementary to this program. So, one program is on medicinal plants for growers, farmers. Every Friday, we'll have a online meeting with them. We have about 1,500 farmers network in this group. They're farmers, industries, buyers, seed and nursery people, all that. Every Friday it is 7 to 9 o'clock. And one more platform is very important for us in the TK. It is a platform for Nati Vaidyas and Paramparika Vaidyas and Hakims. So
Okay.
every Wednesday they will meet in the Google. That is between 7 to again 9 o'clock every Wednesday. And each one will share their knowledge.
Okay.
We are not recording this thing because of there is no consensus with the doctors to record, but the Friday meeting we record and broadcast in the YouTube and all that. So these are the platforms we are just promoting how to share the knowledge and how to make this knowledge used in the society. And he will also benefit and society should also benefit. That's what it should be a win-win situation for everyone.
Absolutely.
So let us not go down. That is what, yeah, this is just a complimentary things we are doing.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
truly impressive and very heartening to see the kind of efforts and you're putting in this such a critical. I think this has been talked a lot, and I'm sure the effort involved are pretty immense. So, thank you once again, sir, for giving us insights into what you're doing and your knowledge and sharing it with all of us. It has been a wonderful session, sir, and I'm sure everybody who has attended is going out with some inspiration here with what you're doing, and hopefully some of that carries out. And I can see a lot of enthusiastic people who ask their questions are quite eager to do their bit. So thank you again. Upadhyay madam, would you like to say something?
More than enough, sir.
Very, very big thank you, sir. That's it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Because you said inspiration is only the way we can live now better and then make sustainable. That is what my theory and philosophy also. Thank you, sir.
Very true, sir. Very true.
I certainly hope, sir, that is put us on the path of sustainable future, and I think it will have a good impact, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Dr. Vartak want to say something.
Yes, Vartak,
Ajit
sir.
Vartak, sir.
Yeah, Ajit sir, I'm waiting.
Yeah, yes, I just, yes, I am not a botanist, so I don't want to comment anything, but what I have seen his Rao sir's work, and Dr. Karim told me about you, sir. So you are doing really great work. And so we'd like to connect with your work also, as Upadhyay madam has said. So in future, I think we would like to have some connectivity with your this thing organization also.
Actually, sir, Dr. V.D. Vartak, my guru, he was connected with actually
Darshan Shankar.
FRLHT Darshan Shankar there. So at that time at ADS, we used to visit many times.
Yes.
Actually, I couldn't say Abdul Karim here on today's
I think
desk.
he's in France, I think. He has gone to
Yes,
France. I
yes,
think.
yes. So actually, he also visited at my actually institute in MSCS or Agarkar Research Institute many times for the herbarium consultation and medicinal plants. But at that time, as you are saying, Dr. Nanal Vaidya used to come from Bombay on every Sunday. I used to go from here to the Kashere, where the ADS was situated in the morning. And we had a very nice session with all the Vaidus from the Wadis. And they used to talk. Actually, they took one disorder and all of them, they used to talk, that what they are using. They brought the plants and there was a huge interaction between. Unfortunately, it couldn't work afterwards in the future. But a lot of things, whatever I have done in the Medico-Botany, they are from that. The roots are with the ADS. So I'm very much thankful for that.
And we should also remember now the SK Jains are because of
Yes, SK Jain. Yes,
connected.
because we met at that time, na?
Yes.
When the conference was there,
Yeah.
we were there. And actually, SK Jain and Dr. R.R. Rao, they were my external referees for my PhD thesis.
Yes.
So both of them, and actually SK Jain, he was very good friend of Dr. V.D. Vartak. So he used to visit, whenever he used to visit, he used to ask what you are doing, what you have done. So when I was writing my thesis, actually, he's very small, they are small, but I have to pick up that from his, talkings. And they help me a lot for the documentation, especially the cross-checking in Medico-Botany, Ethno-Botany. He taught a lot. Actually, we had a nice trip. Dr. S.K. Jain, myself, Dr. V.D. Vartak, to the ADS at that time. And actually, we visited many wadis. So it was great experience with both the stalwarts. Stalwarts. No, because I was limbu timbu, very small. So I have to just keep quiet, write something or do the work, whatever they are saying, that's it. But yes, many experiences, many sharing. And both of them, they were not reserved ones. They are open for everybody. That is actually very big things from what I actually listen and take from these my gurus.
Thank you, ma'am. So I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shall we stop now?
Yes. Yes. I think
I
we are
will
done
end
with the
it.
question. Yeah. And please.
Sorry, I got disconnected. So was there any number put